Here's how to earn respect from absolutely anyone. First is to stop talking. So why is it important to stop talking? You do not say every single thing that goes through your head. Nobody needs to hear it, and nobody cares. Only speak when you have something valuable to say. When you're with your friends, you can absolutely shoot and say whatever you want. But when you're around people that you want them to respect you, this is the time. Nobody respects someone who is running around with like a chicken with their head cut off, which brings me to number 2, stay calm. People who act or are confident that things are going to work out fine in the end, people want to follow those people. So they are immediate leaders when you are confident and don't have to panic. If someone is raising their voice in an argument, or if someone has to get their point across by raising their voice or being overly expressive, they already lost everybody's attention. Nobody's listening to a person who is crazy or losing their mind. Everybody wants someone who's calm, and people literally lean in when you speak calmly. They're more interested in what you have to say because you have a sense of understanding about you. Even if you don't necessarily do, you can fake it, and it's Pygmalion effect until you do, until the situation opens itself up to you. Then you can have a better comprehension. Next is to have standards. In a world where everything is in a spectrum and nothing is finite, you have to have standards, guidelines that you live up to, values that are strong, that cannot be knocked down. Today, it's not a thing that exists. Everybody accepts absolutely everything. Everybody is polyamorous. If you want to earn respect, you stick to your guns. Have a standard, a moral that you stick to, because if someone says something else about it and you waver, you say, oh, she's beautiful. Oh, but she's also beautiful. And you know she's not that attractive, but you just say it anyway. Nobody's gonna believe you. There's no credibility to what you're saying. People do not respect someone who is just saying things to please people because they know that what they say is not true. Stick to your guns and don't back down. I guess this is like a kissing cousin. The reason that you should stick to what you believe in is because later on, people will associate you and understand that that's who you are. You only eat Honeycrisp apples. Every time someone goes to the market and they see Honeycrisp, they will think of you. That's how strong your personal brand, your personal character truly stands out. That's how you are remembered. So that's what permeates, and your reputation precedes you. Don't be afraid that people will not like you. So if you are yourself and you simply exist and you're not trying to please anyone, people will respect you no matter what. Even if you don't see eye to eye with people, I have friends whom I do not see eye to eye with, but we're absolute friends and we always go dancing. But we have a lot of like really interesting things in common. Both love gardening. This is what I love about Parisian culture. You can argue with them, like debate, not like get into a fight. People think that arguing is like raising your voice and screaming. No, arguing is just stating a fact, reasons that back it up. We can argue to the point that it almost comes to blows, but then we're like, hey, I'll see you on Tuesday at dinner. We don't see eye to eye on absolutely everything, but we can coexist and respect each other's point of view. Their perspective is so different on the world. That's their culture, or that's what they personally, individually think. Perfectly okay. People who are themselves earn more respect. They're more long-term. It's a more sustainable relationship. You understand each other better, you accept each other better when you understand people, when you can read them, or you don't have to understand them 100% through and through. Like, it's a journey, constantly changing. When we are growing, we go through phases together, and that's what friends do. Be informed. The only way that you can have value in what you say is if you are informed, whether it be empirically, whether it be statistically, logically, analytically, or it's something that's strong in your culture, in your beliefs, in your religion, in whatever it may be. As long as you are informed about it. When I was a kid, I was very devout in my religion, where I would go to church every single weekend. Throughout the week, we'd have certain activities, all these charity and service acts, and I knew other people whom I thought were devout. I grew up with them, but then I would go to their house and they would have completely different values. Or I would meet other people who were also my religion, and we would talk about it, and I got the immediate feeling that, oh, they don't really understand what they're saying. If someone asks them, what do you believe in? They didn't have like a really good sturdy answer. Nobody's gonna believe them, no credibility to what they have to say. So nobody is going to feel confident in, know when to walk away. So I think this is really important, to not waste your time on people who do not understand your value. I was watching live streaming while I was on my treadmill. These two guys were arguing in the comments. It was really ironic because they were these 25-year-olds. I said girls have a tendency to like older guys. Women will find a guy who's typically already successful. Say, just a random example is a doctor. A doctor takes minimum like 6 to 8 years just to become a doctor, not even to get a residency. Then it's like 11 years total of studying and specializing. The doctors who specialize make the most money. How do I know this? Because I used to work at a doctor's office. My husband works in a hospital. My brother went to medical school. All my closest friends are surgeons. If you break your leg, you're not going to go to an oncologist. You're not going to go to a general doctor. They're going to send you to an orthopedic surgeon. Listening to the video, and in the comments were these two guys talking about, oh, she likes older guys. It's like, well, I'm married and my husband's 10 years older than me. But if you see him, he looks like he's my age. They're saying 25 is not young. And I said, yes, it is. 25. The guys I know who are 25, the guys I know who are my age, I'm 27. They are babies. They are babies. Hormonal difference of like a girl to a woman is not that big. So a girl is like kind of officially a woman at like 15, like 14, 15. So if you know like bat mitzvahs and Jewish law, women would be married at 14 and then have kids at 15. That's very old school, but it's very true. So she is not fully developed, like frontal lobe wise, with an uneven brain is what they say in neuroscience and psychology. Typically around 20s, a woman is usually pretty well developed. Males have a longer span of development, where an 8-year-old to a 15-year-old is very drastic, and then a 15-year-old to a 13-year-old is even more drastic. A 30-year-old can destroy a 15-year-old in a fight. A 15-year-old can destroy a 10-year-old in a fight. So like it's the development for men is much longer. So being a baby when you're 25, a man is still very much a baby. You barely get your personality when you're 30. I hear lately about a lot of Gen Zers who are living with their parents till they're 25. I moved out. I had my own apartment, like all of myself without roommates when I was 18. Like left the country when I was 14. Anyway, looking at these guys, like it was literally two guys arguing with each other in the comment section, and I thought this is such a 25-year-old. This is like something a 25-year-old would say. This is what a baby guy would say. So like not even a man yet, and don't even get me started on a gentleman. Like that's a whole other thing. So I saw this and I started laughing, and I was on my treadmill and I just exited out. So you do not have to sit around for someone trying to trash you. You do not have to sit around for low quality people who don't understand yet. People are different in different stages of their journey, and you can't compare them to where they are to you. Like yeah, you can be mature at 20, you can be a millionaire at 23, but it doesn't mean that you know what it's like to have a baby, know what it's like to be married and have like a lot of commitments and responsibility to keep for the whole family. And about when you're married, like it's not, oh, I have a husband and I have kids. No, you have ties to all his friends, all his family. You have to keep everyone happy, keep your side of the family happy. You have to find a way to meet in the middle. It's politics. You are not a man yet, and I'm not either. I'm not a full grown lady. I'm 27. There's so much for me to learn. That's very humbling. Anyway, not give people any signs of weakness, physical weakness or mental weakness. So first off, I'm just going to go into the physical. Hair, skin, nails, teeth all have to be pristine. So you don't have to do your nails. Like I don't do my nails personally. I think it's very practical to not do my nails, because if you're gardening or if you play guitar, if you play piano as I do, I just make sure that they're clean on the sides and that the nails are clean itself underneath. If it does grow out, I just cut it yesterday. Kate Middleton, or sorry, Duchess of Cambridge, she has her nails clean, but I think she has them clear, lacquered. Make sure that your nails are clean, that your teeth are pristine. Floss or water pick. Make sure that your teeth health, it's correlated a lot to heart health. Like your hair is actually the first thing that people judge you by. Do they dye their hair? Is their hair healthy? Is it moisturized? Does it bounce when you walk? Like it shows signs of youth if you take care of yourself inside outside, because it's all the nutrition. Dye your hair if you're like hiding something or insecure about your age. Next is posture. So I remember Jordan B. Peterson, aside from like the whole lobster thing, if you read 12 Rules for Life, have good posture, or if you're confident in dealing with conflict, people are less likely to give you conflict. So if you have good posture, if you carry yourself well, your comportment and your body language is respectable. Why? Because they're expressing themselves in a way that shows that they care. Why do you care? Because we are civilized, we are not animals, we live in a society. Sound like my parents. Dress well. So this is the final thing in don't give any signs of physical weakness. Dress well, clean, ironed clothes, no huge graphics. No, I don't think graphics at all are good. No logos. Why? So that people can't categorize or identify you with an associated group. People can't put you in a box. People genuinely get to know you for your character, not for you are vegan. So that must also mean that you love animals and you have a pet cat and you have this and this. Like people by the transitive property try to group you, and that's a very human thing to do. It's biologically innate to categorize people because we want to see them whether they're a threat or whether they're someone you can collaborate with. It's important to establish a community of critical thinkers. How you find those people is by being yourself. Also dress appropriately. appropriately for the occasion. If you're going to go to a black tie event, wear black tie. If you're going to go to a business casual event, wear business casual. Do not wear jeans. Do not wear jeans. Do not wear jeans. Casual at home, wear a t-shirt. The final thing is to not make people feel stupid. Always be kind and compassionate and considerate with common courtesy. So the whole point of etiquette is to include everyone. So say I go to a party, there are these two people who are talking, and me and my friends come up to them and we want to socialize and mingle with them. And I notice this at parties a lot, and there will be one person, they will monopolize a person. So they'll come to the party with a person, and they go to the party just to be together. This doesn't necessarily mean a couple is a girl sidekick to a guy, or some guy who's like just has bad social skills, so he doesn't want to let any other people into their box of just them two. So they'll have like their drinks and they'll be at the party and they're talking to each other and just to each other at the party. And then when like this other group of people come in to mingle with them and socialize, this guy will like box off those people and he'll talk to his friend, and like when he talks, he only talks to that friend and faces that friend, and everybody else is like trying to get in on the story and try to get in on the reference, and he's explaining the story, but he's talking to the person, he's like saying, oh yeah, you remember that, and it's like ridiculous because that's not etiquette. Etiquette is including everyone and understanding like, oh my gosh, tell me where you're from, how'd you get here, how do you know the host. Don't make people feel left out, don't make people feel stupid or small, don't disparage someone's beliefs, and don't be a bully. It's not a good look anywhere. Just because your mind is small doesn't mean that you should put your small ideas onto other people and say, oh, you're this, so I only have a reference to that by saying this. I only have one reference to that, all I know is this. No, don't. Just be open-minded and ask them questions. Actually get to know them. Don't put your pinned stereotypes on that person. Be relatable and consider others. Speak with someone. Don't speak at or to someone. Understand and show them you understand. People will respect you if you try to understand them and try to relate to them. You are respectful. You do not earn respect unless you are respectful. If you want more, subscribe and click the bell for more, because I have so many fun videos coming out every single day, 7 a.m. And I'm even doing even more videos at night where I post 7 p.m. It's quite a bit, but we'll see how that goes. But I'm also creating a newsletter for men specifically to become a high-value gentleman. What are the things that you think are respectable that I did not mention, or if there's anything that I said that resonated with you, or if you feel like something's wrong with it or something against it that you don't necessarily agree on, I'd love to know more in the comments below. Give this a like so that more people can express themselves in a respectable way. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.